Hello, I'm super excited to introduce this thing that I've been working on for the last few years. It's called Studio Charter. It is a studio that we install in your space, and it's gonna look kind of like this. This is basically what it's gonna look like, and it can fit in a 10 by 15 room. What it does is pretty magical. So I appear to be in a nice kitchen right now, but if I just press one button, suddenly I'm in a dimly lit study. Or I'm on the beach outside, and there's actually some wind going through my hair. Or I'm in a swanky apartment in Soho, reporting to you live from the Capitol, or from a public service announcement in 1995. These looks that I'm showing you are created by this screen behind me, combination of that and 15 light fixtures that are dynamically changing so that my lighting matches the background. You can absolutely do everything that I'm doing right now without any crew whatsoever. All you have to do to change looks is press a button on the Studio Charter controller. All the buttons have the looks on them. You can switch to, like a startup-y type office, or you can be in Barcelona. Now, these physical buttons are also available on the web. You can have a teammate anywhere in the world. They can choose looks, they can start and stop recording, but most importantly, connect your studio to Zoom. And the way that we integrate Zoom into Studio Charter is really special, to me anyway. So, if you look over my shoulder right now, you'll see my colleague Marty on Zoom. Now, I'm talking to him. He's somewhere far, far away, hundreds of miles away. He's actually just in Philly. But that Zoom screen is actually on a one-way mirror. So I'm also looking directly into the camera lens. So this leads to way more natural performances, and it's just a lot more comfortable for the person who's on camera to be talking to a person than to be talking to a camera lens. Not to mention to have a whole bunch of crew standing around and a very expensive clock ticking. Of course, you can attend podcasts or media hits or very important meetings with donors or investors or customers. And if you want to do the traditional kind of 60 minutes documentary off-camera look, we have the same screen flanking both sides of the eye line. Or of course you can use it for teleprompting or to look at your PowerPoint slides or whatever else you want to do. When you charter your studio, we create a library of custom looks for you, and then you get monthly credits toward additional custom looks. Now, all of these looks are totally customizable, of course, so if this one's a little too dark and vibey for you, you can just brighten it up. And now it's a little more glossy and commercial, but it's still got a little bit of those vibes. You can also do like goofy, or more otherworldly looks. I mean, it doesn't all just have to be realism. Right now, I'm working on the realism thing. We've been experimenting with all different ways to create these backgrounds, both dynamic and still. This one was created using AI, and we're figuring out ways to use AI to take, let's say, real environments that you want to be filming in, but you need to have some dynamic people moving, through your factory floor in the background. These are all things that we're working on. And this is just gonna get better and better and better, and I'm super excited about it. The thing that I am most certain of after 20 years in video production is that it is the insane cost and logistical overhead of shooting this shot that you're looking at right now. And it's a good shot, it's an important shot, it's the narrative foundation of everything that almost everyone should be doing. But it is the obstacle to us actually making what we want to make and having the success that we want to have with video. It is very difficult to tell the best visual stories you can when 80% of every budget is tied up in scheduling and wrangling and waiting to tear down the next interview setup. The Studio Charter solves this. Finally. This is just the beginning of it. I have to admit too, I'm having a lot of fun. Like, it's fun to use. There's just something so freeing about being able to sit down and practice. It's actually really hard to perform in front of a camera. I am not good at it. This video, this is like my first video that I've actually made in my own studio charter. And I'm already having so much more fun. I mean, just being able to just switch up some looks and then being able to just assign that to a button that is now just available for you to use at your convenience when the mood is right.